Hey y'all, it's me Marty again. I just made a video about an hour ago. I think it's gonna be a 2 video day, or maybe a 3 video day, huh? Oh, sorry, Rudolph. Sorry, Rudy, poked you in the eyes there, or your nose. Your cute little red nose there, Rudy. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. And yeah, I just needed some scroll saw time, so spent some time on my scroll saw. Just did a few different things. And so most of you guys know, whoa, well, I'll pick that up later. I love my coffee. No, most of you guys know, boy, my belly looks big in this video. Oh, it is big. Oh, man, I'm working on it. Anywho, most of you know that I'm a kind of a I don't like to be like everybody else kind of guy and do what everybody else is doing. I like to make up my own patterns. I like to tweak patterns and do things different. I like to do older patterns and just different designs and stuff. And, you know, if I get a new magazine or book, I'll do something that everybody's doing and stuff. But for the most part, I like to do different things. And I like to do a lot of simple scroll saw things. I don't like a lot of, you know, like fretwork and a lot of things with inside cuts. I'm not crazy about inside cuts, but did a couple of little projects here that had some inside cuts and stuff in, and a couple of compound cutting things, and 3 unique different projects here, and just wanted to show you. So through the years, I've gotten 2 different scroll saw magazines. I'm sure you all know this and stuff. The first one is Creative Woodworks and Crafts. And this came out, I think, in the early 90s. So I've been scroll sawing and woodworking for like 30 years. And I think this was a 90s, early 90s or mid 90s. I'm not sure when it came out. And I don't think they have it anymore. I haven't seen it for a long time. But I have a whole bunch of these because I used to get them. And I really like the Scroll Saw magazine. The second one, I like this better than the second one. But they're both good. But this one is just, I don't know, I just really like, you know, the projects and the stories and the patterns and designs that they have in this magazine. Yeah, I've just really liked Creative Woodworks and Crafts through the years. And then I think it was early 2000s. Well, yeah, it was early 2000s because I think this was the first issue. No, it was the second issue, 2001. This was the second magazine that came out on scroll sawing that I know of. Maybe there's others out there, but these are the 2 main ones. This one is Scroll Saw Workshop. This is a really good one too. Just a little bit different. But this is a good one for stories and plans and designs and stuff of scroll saw projects. They actually changed their name. I don't know when they did it, but they changed it to Scroll Saw Woodworking Crafts. Same magazine, but they just changed the name. So yeah, I believe. So, yeah, anyway, hope I got that right. Anyway, that's the 2 magazines that I've gotten through the years that are just fun to read and you get some good projects out of. Honestly, when I get a new one in the mail, and my wife, Marilyn, she ordered me the Scroll Saw Woodworking Crafts again, so I have that one. I still call it Scroll Saw Workshop. Anyway, and I'll get one in the mail, and it's fun to grab a cup of coffee, sit in my chair, and just look at a new Scroll Saw magazine. And most of the time, sometimes I'll take it and go out in the shop and make a new thing. But most of the time I don't. Usually say, oh, those are cool. Someday I'll make them. What I'm more apt to do is, you know, later on, a couple of years later, I might go back and get that magazine and do a project out of it. And so what I often do, I probably have, I don't know, probably around 50 or so of each of the 2 magazines through the years on my shelf here. And I'll just go back and grab some different ones and I'll look at them again. And there might be something that I never did make that I wanted to. There might be something that, you know, maybe a project that I really didn't want to do, but now I do, or I'm interested in that kind of scroll sawing or something. So that's what I like to do. So I was looking at some of the older ones today and I picked a few projects. So I thought I'd show you what I made. So the first one out of Creative Woodworks and Crafts. This is the May 2011 issue. These little tiny little birdhouses. They're 3D compound cut birdhouses. And kind of like a little ornament. And so it's just, you know, it's cut and you got a little birdie on there, cute little birdie on there. Anyway, let's see, who designed it? I like to give credit, which half the time I forget to do. But who designed this one? Where is it? Oh, Diana Thompson. Okay, now, so yeah, so I made a few of them, and the glue's drying, so I'm gonna be careful here. But they're actually really simple to make. It's just a little mini birdhouse. Is that cool or what? And it's like an ornament. So I'm going to put eye hooks on it, and then I'm going to clear coat them. So it's a 3D pattern, a 3D compound pattern. And this was, what, 1.5 inch poplar, I think it was. And yeah, so it's, most of you know, when you do 3D compound cutting, you put a pattern on that way, and you put a pattern on that way, and you cut both of them, and then you end up with something that kind of looks like it was made on a lathe that was turned. So it's just a little mini birdhouse that I got a hole in there, and then I drilled another hole and put a little dowel in there, and you cut a little birdie. Look at that little birdie there. Scrollsaw. They're a little tricky because they're so tiny, but yeah, so it's got a little birdie on there. It's a yellow bird. Finch, maybe? I don't know. I was going to paint them, but I wanted to hurry, and I wanted them to dry quicker so I could do the video. And so I just used markers, and I don't know, yellow bird, finch. We'll call it a finch. And here's another one. Almost like a gourd birdhouse. And there's a little green. Is that green? I get green and black mixed up. I'm colorblind. They kind of looked at... Anyway, I think that's green. It's a green bird. I just grabbed the markers that I had in here. Green? There's a green bird out there. Hey, there's a green bird flying by right now. Yeah, I don't know. Just roll with it, people. Okay, so then here's another design. There's a whole bunch of different patterns. I just did 3. I'm going to do other ones. See if my wife likes them. They're like, because it can be like a little ornament. You can hang it in plants and trees and whatever. It's like a mini little birdhouse with a tiny little bird. Look, cute little birdie there. That's a blackbird, I think. Or is the other one black? And this is green. I don't know. Anyway, just some cute little things. Again, 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch poplar. Simple to make. They cut really nice on Scrollsaw. And yeah, drill a couple holes and cut the little birdie and glue them on there. That was tricky, gluing the bird on, but I had to tape it on with glue and then wait for it to dry. But so here's the thing. Okay, you all have patterns. Well, here's a few. I got some different patterns here of different 3D projects. You know, you got these where you do the words. You got one word and then you got another word, and then these, kind of like what I just did, only these are Christmas ornaments. And you have like 2 patterns. Well, really, you don't need those 2. Well, sometimes you need both patterns, but a lot of times you don't. The words, yeah, I guess you need both patterns. But the ornaments and these little birdhouses, you don't need both patterns because one's got something cut out it and one doesn't. So it's basically the same pattern. And so I make hardboard templates out of all my patterns. Ones I like that aren't real complicated. So I just, I made patterns. So I just trace that on both sides. One side will get the holes drilled, another one doesn't. But it's still just one pattern. So yeah, I do that a lot. But I just thought those were kind of cute little mini birdhouses, and I'll put eye hooks in them and then give them to my wife, and she can, if she wants to hang them in plants around the house or hang them from the windows or whatever, like little ornaments. You could do like a tree and have a whole bunch of them on there. It would be kind of neat. But it's another form of 3D compound cutting. So another way of 3D compound cutting. I'm talking too fast. There's too much coffee here. Anywho, is these. And I made a bunch of different ones like this. I've made love yous. I have a couple of patterns. We'll see. This is what I do. Instead of having paper patterns, I make the templates, and that's love you. Okay, so I'm going to make a pattern for this one too, but and then you just trace it on the 2 sides without having the paper patterns. But anyway, this one says Scrollsaw. You can see there, Scrollsaw artist. Pretty cool, huh? It's pretty amazing how this works. So this is I think this is 1.5" poplar. Or is this basswood? It might be basswood. I don't know. Something like that. A softer wood. And, you know, it's so you cut one word that way and then another one that way. And it's really pretty amazing how it works. It's really pretty simple. You just take some time. A lot of inside cuts there. There's like 20 some, close to 30 inside cuts. And that's kind of on the border of being too many inside cuts for me. But it's neat. But, and the thing is, so it says Scrollsaw that way and Artist that way. And then the back sides don't look that great, but you can't make everybody happy. But you know what I mean, because it says Scrollsaw Artist. And they're just kind of fun. I don't know. I got to find a Scrollsaw artist because that's not me. I'm just a putz. I mean, I'm just learning. And 30 years of Scrollsaw, I'm still learning. I'm just an amateur. It's kind of fun. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of neat. So again, you can put a paper pattern on, and it'll be Scrollsaw that way and Artist that way. Or you could just make a template and then trace it on. And I just like doing that. I like doing templates. But yeah, kind of fun. And the thing is, and this was, I don't have a magazine or book or anything that these came out of. This is a Steve Good design, I believe. And Steve Good, he has a website. Check out his website. He has thousands of patterns, really cool stuff, all kinds of stuff. And he has patterns of different word art. I like word art. If you haven't noticed, I do lots of word things out of wood. And he has a lot of different patterns. You know, he has Jesus Christ. He has love you. You know, something about coffee. All different ones. Some really cool little sayings. And the thing is, once you figure this out, once you figure out how to do words like this, you could do anything, really. You just put the letters in. You can make up your own designs and own patterns like this. And you could even do first and last names. So that's kind of fun. Kind of a neat thing. And then the third thing I made, and I seen this was in here. This was in another Creative Woodworks and Crafts. This was the holiday issue, the Christmas issue of 2012. And it's a Joy, Joy, Joy. That's right here. And I thought it was kind of cool. And that's another thing that's cool about Creative Woodworks and Crafts. They really shared their faith through the magazine. I mean, there's tons of patterns. I mean, look at this one here. And it has a scripture right there. And I just think that's cool. They should, you know, they put the scripture in and they just talk about Jesus and Christmas and, you know, they're not afraid. I just think that's neat. And they did that a lot in their magazine. This looked like a neat one because it just says joy, 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 you know, in a row, up and down. And it's scripture, Luke 2:10, and it's also a song. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. Is that how it goes? I think, yeah. Jesus is in my heart. He's my joy. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of cool because it's scripture and it's a song. It's a Christmas decoration or year-round decoration. It's really pretty. And it's a good use of, well, it's a good Scrollsaw project because there's lots of swirly, scrolly things in it. And I just thought it looked really pretty. So I made one. Joy, joy, joy. See, if you just look at it quick, you're like, what? What's in there? It says joy, joy, joy. Take my word for it. If you can't see it, it's joy and then another joy and another. Yeah, it's yeah. If you have to explain it, I mean, it's just really, but I thought it was kind of cool. And I actually made the pattern a little bit smaller because my printer wouldn't do the size that was in the magazine. I made this out of 3/4 inch poplar. And yeah, it was like 8 or 9 inside cuts. And I made a pattern for this too. So I can make more of them because I like this. So that's the pattern. So I just trace it on the wood, you know, and I don't like dealing with paper patterns. I don't do it any more than I have to. If it's got a lot of inside cuts and it's really detailed, that's a big pattern to make, you know, so I'll just use paper patterns. Or if it's something I'm only going to make once. But if it's something that I think I like and I'll make more of them, I'll just make a template because then you can just trace on the wood. You don't have to worry about gluing the paper on or taping it on or tracing or printing. Just trace it. You know, I like that. And you just follow the pencil lines. So I thought that was kind of cool. Can you see the joy, joy, joy? Looking at it backwards, it's hard to read it, but it's, yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. make Christmas decoration, or year round for that matter. So yeah, a few different things, totally different actually. I just felt like doing some different things, and they're all older patterns, but that's what's kind of fun. I like to find older magazines and pattern books and just make things that you maybe haven't seen ever, or you haven't seen for a long time, and tweak them, do them however you want. You know, it's okay to change patterns and do different things and make it your own, and yeah, and then, you know, maybe combine patterns and you know, just do different things, make them, there's all different uses you can use. You can take a pattern and use it in all different ways, so that's kind of cool too. So yeah, boy, wow, talking so fast. It's like, anyway. Yeah, anyway, just made a few new things on the scroll saw, and just wanted to show you. So, yeah, I might get up tomorrow morning early, and I'm hitting the road tomorrow, getting back to work. But I might get up early and come out here and do a little bit more scrolling in the morning. Because I got I might do some more 3D reindeer and work on Christmas ornaments for this year and some more word art and stuff. Yeah, just get up early and do a few more things. But anywho, and then I'll be on the road tomorrow and for a week or two. So my videos will be on the road videos. You never know, on a hike or exploring someplace or something. And yeah. And when I'm home, I do woodworking and outdoor videos and things with my wife and stuff. And so you never know what you're going to see on my channel. It's always changing, and it's just me sharing my life and stuff. And it's, yeah. Anyway, there we are. We're at the end of another video. Hey, Rudy. Sorry I poked you in the eyes there, or your nose, or not sure what I did there. But anywho, hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, get out on your scroll saw and just see what you can make. You know, make up your own patterns, use patterns from magazines and books. You can find some older ones and just tweak them, change the sizes and the designs and do different things. You can stain them or clear coat or paint or color or whatever. And yeah, make some sawdust and just have fun with it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.